It's got the cool Saigon thing as well.
You got a Saigon. What are you talking about Vietnam for?
Steve's
Steve
Lord. Schwartz.
Oh,
for the listeners, Steve's got an old school sort of Leicester shirt with a good.
this is this season's.
Yeah, I was gonna say not that old.
I didn't know they had
season.
the Saigon thing as the
Mm-hmm.
as a sleeve sponsor this year.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Shows you how many Leicester games I watched. Probably
This is
about
my Jamie Vardy jersey. Figured I busted out.
3. Yeah.
What are you wearing over there?
Just told you.
No, Nate.
Oh, on the podcast, it looks like you're looking at Steve, even though that.
Yeah, it did look like you're looking at me.
It looks like you're looking down. It's like the Mona Lisa picture. Like you're actually looking everywhere.
Is that Hamburg?
Hamburg, baby, celebrating the
Hamburger.
promotion, which I guess they earned that like 2 weeks ago. But
Do you before you say it out loud? Do you know the year?
okay, well,
Don't say it. Don't say it. But
yes, I know the year.
okay.
I know. Yeah, I know the year within 1 year of itself. Yeah.
Is it 2014? Fuck. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 2021 because my brother got it outside of the stadium when he was there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna assume. I haven't checked to make sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is real. I know they have like little ID tags on them somewhere. I gotta check it.
Dude, the level of it used to be when we were kids. It used to be so easy to be able to tell what a fake was. It was that you could see it like a block away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now,
No.
the plastic bags that like the jerseys come in are even like packaged in like Puma bags, Adidas bags, like everything, man. The tags themselves, it's like from the paper tags to the tags like on the back of the shirt, the inside of the seam down here, bro.
Mm-hmm. There's a Reddit page like dedicated to soccer jersey authenticity. I'll send it to you after this. But it's like,
yeah, that sounds interesting.
It's very nice because there's a lot of people like, I think this jersey's fake, and everyone's like, no, it's real. Look at the ID. We looked it up, and then the people are like, oh, this jersey's definitely real. And they're like, no, that shit's fake. It's a nice little grounding exercise. Very funny.
Hey Google, bedroom 100%.
Oh hell yeah! Turn it up.
Hey Google, play Baby Shark.
Maybe.
Google sex music.
There we
on.
go.
Turn me on.
Steve was like, fuck, it's about to turn on. Shit.
I was thinking, I was like, what song's gonna play? What song?
It's gonna be something like James Brown or something. I don't know.
What's wrong with James Brown?
Nothing wrong with James Brown.
Bend over, make your knees touch your elbow. Anyway, this is
you should see the Swift Kicks Christmas album coming out later this year. Woo!
It just starts with "Where are they now?"
It's just that, but like different, like just different
repeat
variations. Of that. Oh God.
Ben is over there eating his feelings right now.
Yep.
I had a pre-conversation about the Europa League final, El-Crapico, as we'll call it. Nate's hanging out in his hamburger jersey. Steve's in his Vardy party. We got one last Vardy party to go to.
You guys see Bryce Harper's batting average this season?
I don't know who that
I don't
is.
care because I know you're trying to deflect. So we'll let you talk about that. Yeah.
Although hold on real quick. Speaking of averages and numbers, Vardy should not play another game.
He's purposely not.
200 goals.
He's purposely not playing the last game of the season so he can keep the numbers the way they are.
That's beautiful.
What? Is he really?
500 matches.
I'm serious. So
goals.
his last game or that game versus Ipswich, which was at home, he knew that was going to be his 500 appearance. He was on 199 goals, was hoping to make it 200, but even if he didn't make it 200 goals, he was going to end his career with Leicester on 500 games, and didn't want to.
Cool. That's the round numbers.
Didn't want to. Yeah. So then he managed to make it managed to make it 200 and 500. So he's like, yeah, definitely. I'm not. That's it. And then they have nothing to play for anymore. They're down. It doesn't really matter anymore. So.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, we'll get into the race for the top I don't know. I guess we'll call it 6, but top 5 for sure for Champions League. But Spurs made it to the Champions League today.
Wow.
This very evening. Currently 17th place in the Premier League on 38 points. Haven't even reached the 40-point threshold normally needed to survive in the Premier League. And they're going to be in the old Champo next year. Kind of wild. But go on.
Getting relegated. If they were in the 17th, or I'm sorry, in the 18th spot, but still won the Europa League.
Yeah.
So they could have been in the Championship and also playing in the Premier League. Is that?
In the Champions
So
League.
I think
Yes.
we talked about this one time. That remember when Wigan beat Man City in the FA Cup? You remember this?
Yeah.
And they not the same, Steve. They didn't go to the Champions League. It was the Europa League, but they were in the Championship.
Still, yeah.
And, yeah. Roberto Martinez, like in his glory days at the beginning of his career, before he.
So you're saying
got
that
found
they
out for
were
being a
in
bad
the
manager.
Championship but playing in the Europa League?
So not necessarily Championship,
I mean,
playing in Champions
it's
League, but like
still-
kind of the same thing.
Still, yeah, for sure. That's crazy.
Pretty
That's-
wacky. I mean,
I would like to know the biggest jump, the biggest leap of like qualifying for the Champions League like the next season, but then like where you placed like the season before, because this has to be a record. You can't be more than, unless you were relegated. No wait, they're 17. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that they've.
I mean, this is a ChatGPT question. I don't even know how to phrase it. Like,
What's
I don't even
the
know.
lowest?
You get what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm asking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lowest rank in a domestic league for a team
Yeah, qualifies for the Champions League.
team that's qualified for a Champions League spot.
You had a direction as to which you were taking all this, Alex, and I completely hijacked it, and for that I apologize.
All good.
He's the
AKA
admin for a reason.
has a team been in the English Championship and played in UCL? Go on, ChatGPT.
Go on.
Give it
Or
to
even
us,
just
son.
like second division of any league, like Bundesliga 2.
A team has never played in the championship and competed in the Champions League at the same time. However, there have been a few close and notable cases. You had Wigan.
Is
who
Nate
won,
the source?
won the FA Cup in 2013, beating City. They were relegated from the Premier League in the same season, qualifying for
So
Europa
funny.
League.
Such a funny situation.
Other European cases, you had Real Zaragoza in the 96-97, finished 14th in La Liga, but they won the Copa del Rey, so they went to the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup, not Champions League. Kaiserslautern in 97-98 won the Bundesliga.
Wow. It's a great badge.
The year after being promoted from the second division, they played in the Champions League the season after winning the league, but that's kind of not it.
Yeah, that's like Leicester, like almost like kind of like coming up. I mean, they had a season, almost got relegated, and then the next season they won it. Then they went to the Champions League the next season.
Yeah,
It sounds
the
like
lowest-
Tottenham might be.
Yeah, previously it was Chelsea coming in 6th place, managing to make it to the Champions League in 2011 and 12. Not
For
really
sure in the
why,
Champions
but
League era, so 1992 onwards, it sounds like Tottenham are the
Yep.
the biggest difference gap, whatever.
Yep. Yeah.
Nobody else really comes close.
No,
Wow.
it's pretty wild. Good for them. Anyway, El-Crapico, one of the worst finals. Many people are saying it was entertaining.
Many people.
Many people.
That's what I thought you were going. it was too good. It was too good. I would love to hear Trump talk about that final. Oh my God. I thought it was fine. It was. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
I think we enjoyed the spectacle of the idea that these.
That was pretty rough.
it
But,
was-
Yeah. Anyway, I'll open the floor to Ben,
Yes.
who was upset after the final.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
I'm,
that.
actually, I was really into Crystal Palace against City on Sunday. I don't know if you guys.
So was
you
I.
guys see it?
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
But first,
I just want to just bring up an old rivalry between me and my old friend Johnny Evans. Here's the deal: you are absolutely useless. Your squad's got momentum. you were 5 minutes away from losing, and you decide to slow play down by getting a yellow card from the bench. What are you doing? Also, in the breath of what are you doing? Onana, what are you doing? Luke Shaw scores a worldie in a final. Well done. Also, what are you doing? And then I think it's probably time to put the axe down on Amaran. My guy did not play a winning lineup, did not play his best players, and it bit him. He played Garnacho, Man United's best player, for maybe 15 minutes. It was pretty atrocious.
Who comes in?
It's bad. It was bad. All around bad. I felt like United were the better team, minus scoring goals. Story of their lives. It's time.
Was that goal officially chalked as an own goal?
I don't know, man. The refereeing was
It
so
looked like
bad.
an own goal to me.
It was no goal. I will give it to Luke Shaw. You can credit me. Chat GPT is according to
But
Ben
didn't he
Green.
almost score? Didn't Luke Shaw almost score like in the last 5 minutes as well?
I think
of
about
regular time?
54 players on Man United almost scored. Like
That
was
Hoyland off the line clearance was.
Yep.
It almost looked like it was a fake. It looked like it was like an AI generated video. The way he leapt up in the air
Yeah.
and karate kicked it. It looked almost fake.
That's what it takes to win games, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tottenham had a plan, and it was if you give Man United the ball, they will screw it up themselves. And they basically let Man U play keep away for 92 minutes of the 97 minutes, and nothing happened. I mean, it was rough, all around rough, but United cannot score to save their lives. They still have a Bruno Fernandes problem, a keeper problem, a manager problem, and just lots of problems. At least they got a free trip to Spain out of it.
Hey,
That's a good way to look at it.
There is that.
I am pretty pissed about Johnny Evans. Had that been just with the flow of play in the middle of the second half, that'd be one thing. But for a yellow card to break up play when you have the ball and you're trying to get back in the game, you're the reason the ref stopped play from the bench at the age of 37 years old. As a veteran player, you should probably know better. So I don't know. I go all day. They bad. Coach should be fired. Let's move on.
As I posted,
Big Sam.
Big Sam.
No.
Yikes. Back in 2021, I believe it was May 26th, so almost to the day, 2021, you lost the Europa League final under OGS. You've had 3 permanent managers changed since then, 2 interims. Your stadium is falling apart. There's waterfalls, crumbling bathrooms. You had the high-profile player departures amongst Ronaldo, most notably. Rashford, where are you now? Mason Greenwood. We don't need to go there, but we can.
He's at Villa.
You got no money. You couldn't buy sandwiches for the tea shop lady.
We have money. We have a stupid amount of bankroll.
Where are you going though?
Probably mid-table for 8 years.
The club tweeted, hurts now, but the club's history speaks for itself. Is the history dead and gone?
They tweeted that?
Yeah.
They tweeted that after the game?
They let Paul Scholes manage their account.
They said, we will be back.
Back at what? It's just,
seriously. It's what is it? It's 2012. Right? The last time.
I think we should walk away from Man United for a second and just look at other notable clubs. So Chelsea still haven't recovered. They've done better than Man United this year. Don't get me wrong, but have had a couple of years of just roughness, right? That was likely because of a war and a takeover. But Arsenal is pretty comparable, and it took Arsenal 10 years to get back in the mix. It's gonna be a while. And as part of being a fan, it is good when it's good, and it's crap when it's bad. But I am it's an open wound.
Sure. I think the most notable parts is what people gravitate to. I mean, especially Arsenal's kind of forever jinxed as being fourth. Now they're kind of finishing second, third. They haven't clinched it yet, but
they have improved. You're right. Chelsea have fallen off a bit. City have fallen off a bit. I think the big thing is that people are just so used to United finishing top, 1, 2, maybe 3, and now for the past 10
Bro,
years.
you were in and out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there you go. All better. Keep going though.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how far back I gotta go.
I think
But
Arsenal is probably the closest parallel because the '90s was Man United Arsenal, like Tony Adams' day. Mikel Arteta, Highbury. Think about Highbury. It took a demolishing of a stadium, a rebuild of a new stadium. It took a brand, like a rebranding going on. They brought in some people, got rid of a lot of the old ways they were doing things and modernized and made them competitive again. But I think, I don't know, man, like the back office of United need a little bit of a shakeup, and that's being polite.
oh yeah. Yeah, I think the big thing. What I was trying to say was, I think the big thing that pulls attention towards United is it's not uncommon for teams to experience periods of struggle, but it's the severity or the degree at which United have been struggling. It's not even for the duration of time, because they were floating around 8th. 6th
Dude,
and stuff, and people were throwing chairs.
I don't buy that, man. They've got hardware. They're competitive. They're in the top 6. This is a really bad year, but like,
I don't think you'd ever expect them though to be there.
They won the FA Cup last year.
For sure.
I'm really
saying this
year
has highlighted the past decade and a half of struggles.
I mean, it is like definitely
epitomized
rough.
It.
I'm with you. I mean, it's got to be the bottom. The issue is if it's not the bottom, right?
Yeah,
this is not the bottom. It's there could be a lot more coming. I'm not optimistic that it's going to be this is the end of it. I think you're going to have a coach merry-go-round.
I don't think so either, and I don't even know if because what percentage of the Glazers own of Man United?
I don't know.
Is it the majority share?
Ben would probably know it.
Is it
I think
Ratcliffe has a consortium.
He owns the majority share now, I feel like.
So you're not going to be able to force him to sell at the bottom. This is the bottom. This is like buying a stock and it's sucking. Like, I want to sell.
No, you sit on it. You got to sit on that.
You got to sit on it. So is it one last big cash injection somehow convince
the stadium?
Even though United are in the dumps, your name was so big that you will still get some kind of a name. It won't be a big name. I don't know. You still have the opportunity to buy a big name, or you still have a gravity pull.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but you still do. You do. I don't.
There's a lot of sports connections here. The Glazer family are involved with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're involved with the New York Yankees. There's some brand affiliation there, but it's more along the lines of like, someone will buy a Premier League club, right? And someone's going to be like, "Oh, we get a deal on Man United right now." But I think
Elon Musk is going to buy.
Yeah, I mean, send
a lot of people.
I think the reality of it though is like the club as a whole are. I think you got to sell. You're going to build a new stadium. You got to create a new fan experience, and you got to sit on that for a couple of years, and then it'll get sold.
Dude, that is so expensive. I agree with that. That just sounds so expensive, and I feel like it's going to take longer than. I mean,
that's what Arsenal did.
How long will it take to build a stadium? Right. I just
3 years.
Yeah. Okay. So.
So 3 years to build it, another 2 to 3 years to fill it, and then another 3 years to get there. So it's
a really long time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's about 10 years.
There's no way the owners hold on to the club that long. I can't see.
I think they'll get. But like, why would they sell? What are they're going to lose money if they do that? They got to sit on it and rebuild. Yeah, they got to invest in their product. I wish they'd sell and breathe some fresh air into Man United. Did wonders for Newcastle.
As a stakeholder, you should be able to have direct contact.
I've actually thought about penning a letter, but it would be
sure the mailbox is full.
Yep, it would be directed strictly at Johnny Evans right now.
Misguided anger.
Dear Johnny, why are you getting booked in the 92nd minute when you're 1-0 down and you haven't played in like 6 years? I thought you retired.
Bro, that's your new coach.
Yeah, I mean that was my take
Hammering
earlier. It was
out
like
Johnny.
it'll be Johnny Evans or Darren Fletcher coaching next year.
Gosh, man, I don't know who you bring in. In all seriousness, I don't know who you bring in.
They won't bring anyone. It'll be like Graham Potter after he gets fired again.
He's making West Ham look more shit than usual, which I didn't.
Or Southgate. It's
Okay.
going to be someone really disappointing. Like, it's just
I just feel bad, Ben, because like I've said so many times, I think that Liverpool Man United is such a better rivalry than Liverpool City. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's-
for sure.
City's so
no one has a
classic.
rivalry with City. Like
No,
it's
but I mean, just in terms of
No.
face-offs in the Premier League, but I hate them, and they cheat, and they're plastic. And as much as I hate Man United, I hate you guys, and I'm loving this right now.
that's
I would
enjoy
love
while you can.
love to be competing with you guys again because we had a lot of great battles. So it's
I mean, you
I
guys
mean,
will be competing for 10th place after the exodus this summer in Liverpool, but that's unrelated.
Trent.
Yeah, you lose Trent, Big Bird.
Frimpong, mate. We got Frimpong,
Frimpong.
Mandem Frimpong.
Who came from Celtic?
I didn't know that. I had
Yeah,
no
Jeremy Frimpong
idea.
Did really
We
well.
already talked about
Did
that.
really well.
I had
Did
no
really well
clue.
at Celtic.
See, he was City Academy, so he's homegrown, and then he went
Okay.
somewhere and then Celtic, or he went from City to Celtic. I can't remember. That's pretty impressive.
I think City. Then he went to Celtic. Then I think went straight to Leverkusen, and then he's been doing really well for them as well. We sold him on a high. He was doing he was really starting to elevate at Celtic, and
I think
they cashed in.
I'm most excited for Casemiro to go somewhere for 1 year and just have like the best year of his career and then retire.
Yeah,
Like-
I think you got to get rid of. I mean, dude, tell him
Back
mass
to
His whole
Champions
team's
League.
gonna be
You need a
gone.
mass exodus.
Yeah, you guys actually, Man U saved a lot of money because Casemiro was going to go on £500,000 wages if you guys had gone to Champions League. So, well done.
Pretty funny.
Holy shit! What a contract stipulation. Who's that agent?
£500,000
Is that Jorge
each.
Mendes? Is
I
that?
don't know.
I guarantee. Let's see.
That's
here.
some
Dude,
baller shit.
I
there.
don't know the situation with Garnacho. That to me is kind of a wild one.
Seems like
I
the
feel
club does
like-
not want him.
Yeah, I feel like we're about to sell him. He's like the
Which is
only
ridiculous. The only player you should be building a team around.
Yeah,
For
he's
not a lot of money
him
either.
and Mainu.
the most
Yeah.
exciting. That's probably why they're going to sell him. He's like the most exciting thing on United right now is Garnacho, and we're like, hey, you should probably just sit this one out. We're going to go out there and suck for a little bit. Can you just sit over there and not make us look good?
Yeah.
POS
Don't give
is-
people hope. Watch me bridge this gap. Liverpool's very own Mo Salah tweeting.
Oh,
He said he wins. He said he wins in his second year. Congrats.
So
Talking
Did he
about
really?
big Ange Postecoglou. He's apparently a
Yikes.
big consumer of Sky Sports or something. Maybe the Swift Kicks podcast. You never know, Mo. But anyway, Ange is Postecoglou proselytizing beforehand, figuring out that he was going to win in his second season. He says he does it with every club, and here he is winning a fairly big trophy for Tottenham.
it
First one
is
in what 18 years.
It is, and people that talk shit of the Europa League, it is warranted sometimes. But for a club, to Tottenham, it's a big
Yeah.
trophy. And when we were in it in our meme years, and we lost in
It's
the
a
Europa
big-
League final, I
It's a
wanted to
big
win it.
trophy.
It is.
It's a big trophy. Yeah,
It is.
it's Champions League light.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
all
the
it is.
biggest, but
It
it's
is, but especially with Conference League
noteworthy.
now. I feel like the Europa League has gotten better now that
Yeah.
Conference League is around.
Yeah.
There's more
Yeah.
quality in it.
I think the Conference League is. I like the Conference League. I think that comes from a different standpoint. Being, my standpoint's a little different than.
Celtic would fucking boss the Conference League, mate.
Yeah, I very much rate the Conference League. Or I'm sorry, well, the Europa League and the Conference League, honestly.
Yeah.
Alex, would you have rather won the tournament today or the Caribou Cup?
That shit annoys me every time you say that shit. I don't know why.
Coffee cup.
Fucking Moose.
Yeah, Caribou Coffee, shout out.
Nah, I'm good with winning the Carabao Cup. It seems
Good stepping stone.
it's a good stepping stone. It's an English cup, mate, in it. And anyway, yeah, I was telling you, Ben, it's the year of the birds. So you had the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. Shout out my wife. And then
My wife.
my wife. And then
Sorry.
and then in the good old footy, you had the Liver Birds winning the Premier League, the Magpies winning the Caribou Cup. You had the Eagles, Crystal Palace, winning the FA Cup this past weekend. We'll get into that too. And now you've had Tottenham winning the Europa League. So it's year of the birds.
Fit birds.
Yo, you know who I cannot stand?
Fit birds.
Richarlison.
We're joining the club,
Richarlison
pal.
might be the most annoying footballer next to Johnny Evans, but he's definitely top 2.
He's very annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was sad? Harry Kane having to tweet congratulations to Tottenham on winning their Europa League. I know he just won a trophy for the first
Hey,
time.
F him too. He's
But,
going to
like,
Arsenal this summer. I'm calling it.
That would be insane.
That would be brilliant.
I see Gareth Bale for the game. Gareth Bale was at the game today next to Rio Ferdinand as Rio Ferdinand was calling on his own team, getting a goal conceded.
Did you see a picture? It was like Berbatov, Rio, Chris Waddle.
How did he get invited?
I don't know.
Chris Waddle was
then-
a Tottenham player.
Tottenham coach as well for a while. And then who else was there? Gareth Bale, obviously. We just talked about him. And one more. Go on, son. Who was it? Damn. I'm going to forget.
Sir
Anyway,
Alex was there.
Yeah, Sir Alex was there. It was a pretty good lineup of interesting
up there in
people that
age.
were there. Mm-hmm.
He looked, when I saw him in Rio in the tunnel, I don't like Sir Alex that much. Respect him. I looked at him, I was like, looking a little old, like kind of slow moving. And I was like, damn, it sucks.
I mean, he had a brain aneurysm or brain surgery or something like that. Like,
did he really?
Yeah, he had
It's a while ago.
Yeah, I remember he
like 2 years ago, maybe.
I think longer than that.
rivalries aside, one of the best one of the best managers in the English Premier League of all time.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's crazy that. When was it? 2018, 2013 was the last title. 20, and it seemed like with Moise, that you guys were just like hot
Moise
manager at the time, going to take you to 21 right out the gate.
No, Moise was a
Not
bad
jack
decision.
shit. I can't remember who else was on the market
can't-
at the time, but
It doesn't matter. It was more like there's some big names out there, but no matter who followed in Sir Alex's footsteps, was
never
going to
gonna
be. Yeah. I always think that Sir Alex was like, watch this.
but you don't even, I feel like he would, I remember that, what's that Ryan Giggs quote? Like, right, he goes, we'll never do what Liverpool's done. We'll never, falter.
Yeah, and then he got incarcerated or charged.
Yeah, and then he cheated on, he had sex with 8 of his brother's girlfriends.
No, that's not what Ryan Giggs is famous for.
That's Ryan Giggs. Oh, yeah, he's
infamous. Sir Alex Ferguson had a brain hemorrhage in 2018. Steve.
Okay. Damn. Holy shit.
That
Paul
was 7
Scholes
years
was the other
ago.
player in the picture.
Longer ago than I thought it was.
Paul Scholes.
Yeah,
was
he's
it-
the other guy in the picture.
Class in 92.
92.
I was trying to think of how to do it. Yeah, nice. That was good. That was good.
Yeah. Anyway, FA Cup final. Anybody catch that? City losing, which is beautiful, and fucking Erling Haaland, or not Haaland, De Bruyne rather, missing that shot. That was in the FA Cup. It was the Premier League. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, he
that was
didn't
that was
exactly
great.
cover himself in glory in the FA Cup
No.
final either. I mean,
No. It's been a bit awkward since he made that announcement that he's leaving.
But did you see he also announced that he goes, I was under the impression that it would be up to me.
Yeah, he
like,
didn't
yeah.
want to leave. He was.
No.
I was reading an interview about it, and he was like, given kind of the history and all that stuff, I thought that we were going to have a conversation about what I thought my future was going to be, but instead they just approached me and said, hey, we're not renewing your contract at the end of the year. So they basically just told him, hey, you're leaving. Once the season's over, you're done. And he went on a little bit more to say, like, I was disappointed by that, but what, I guess that's just the way this is going. So, alrighty.
There's reporting that homeboy Pep wants a smaller squad is demanding a
I saw
smaller
that as
squad
well.
from Man City. Otherwise, he'll quit.
Yeah,
It's
I
like a
saw
pure
that.
ultimatum.
Everything about that sentence is okay until he wants to quit. Like, he's trying to like roll back. He's trying to eliminate all the stigmas of a checkbook manager and always getting what he wants at every team.
Yeah.
He's just got.
You should go to Man United.
That would fix actually a lot of things.
It would.
You want to
Pep
test
is
your metal. You want to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, here's the deal.
That's a great
You don't have
proving ground. That's a
You
good.
don't have to
really is.
relocate. You don't even have to
No,
move.
Yeah. You want to
Project
cement
for
a
you.
legacy.
that would be, yeah. And except your house is getting robbed every time you leave because it's Man City fans.
Yeah.
Man City fans are breaking in.
Dude, all four of them. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, all four of them.
Yeah. Pep wanted the smaller team. I don't know. He had a pretty small team this time around. They had a lot of injury problems. Look where it landed them.
25,
Anyone else
20.
What he
have a
spent? I
theory?
mean, so what was there? Let's take a look at their January transfer window because I know it's been getting a lot of buzz, especially after
They
those.
brought like 3, 4, 5 players in January, something like that.
They did. I'm gonna put my favorite guy last. So Nico Gonzalez, who doesn't play a lot. Vitor Rice, who I think has been loaned out to one of their satellite clubs because they have a couple of them, and then Marmouche. And the last guy was the Uzbekistani
Yeah.
Kusanov, who you feel so bad for him. He was bought because of an injury, and just shit the bed the first game. Like, shit the bed.
Shut up, Ben.
So that's about 200 million. That's 120, 150-ish. That's almost 200 million.
Yeah, it
So-
sounds like a lot of those purchases were made without maybe Pep's like final say, I suppose. So I think he's really kind of just enforcing this idea of like, hey, he was saying in the interview, so take that for what it is. He was saying in the interview, he's like, he doesn't want to, like, he doesn't like the what do you call it? The conundrum of like having to tell so many people who deserve to play that they're not going to play because like they're not even going to travel. Like we're going to go to a game, you're going to stay home because the squad is too big. So what he was saying was like, this squad has to be smaller or I quit, like we've been saying. And he's like, if we have injuries, we'll call on the youth academy like we've done before, but this squad cannot be as big. I refuse to have it be as big.
You guys think this year was just a deflection tactic from them having to explain away their books?
I think it comes at an amazing time though.
I think they took their foot off the gas and let some people be hurt that weren't as hurt.
Yeah, definitely took their foot off the gas. They're third place. They quietly reached this, but like they're having a banger season.
No, they're not. Like they just
didn't win
for them.
They just didn't win.
Nine games lost by City
It is pretty bad.
Is an outlier for them of recent years for sure.
It is, yeah. I mean,
won more games than Arsenal.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
What is this, math?
They've drawn 14 games. That's insane.
Do we want to talk about Arsenal and kind of?
I kind of want to talk about there's a chance here that Newcastle crashed out of Champions League football.
Wow,
who do y'all play on the final day?
I hope they don't. I want Newcastle
Everton.
I would prefer Newcastle over half the teams.
So would I.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, admin? I prefer your team
did.
in the. Okay, yep. Just mental note.
Appreciate you.
Yep. Don't get a lot of Liverpool love from the admins. Just making sure it's being noted.
Fucking celebrated you winning the fucking league.
Yes.
Top of the league, having a laugh. Out in Ibiza, still partying.
Nottingham don't deserve it.
Dude, they're playing Chelsea though. Like they could.
They can.
It's
They
a
mathematically
win-win
can.
I would love
They
to
can
see
mathematically
Forest,
jump to
be
third
honest.
or fourth.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, me too. If they beat Chelsea, Chelsea could crash out. Who do Villa play?
I don't know that one. I'd have to.
Man United.
You know,
Yeah,
There's
I think they do
automatic
play
3
United,
points
yeah.
there. Harry Maguire starting at center forward or in goal. Who knows? I don't know. I think so. Villa's got the W. It's really Chelsea could crash out.
I think because Chelsea played Nottingham,
Hey,
and Chelsea kind of can't draw.
they can.
They can draw, but if Villa wins,
Hey, what's
guess
the
if- I
goal
guess if Villa
difference
draws,
between those
it's-
4 teams? Is
I
that
think
is it accessible?
Newcastle.
Because I think
Newcastle's got. Give me a second.
yeah. So because if Newcastle, I mean, clearly Newcastle have Villa and Chelsea beat on goal difference. But if Newcastle lose, and it depends on Forest, the goal difference in Forest.
There's some crazy like roadmap thing I've been looking at, and I mean, essentially,
I
it's
don't
like
think
if
you guys can
Newcastle
crash
win
out,
or-
can you?
Yes,
Yes,
there's
they can.
some crazy ass fucking way that we can. It's
Your
Oh,
goal
Europe
difference is
altogether?
22. Yeah, it ain't happening.
no, we'd go to Conference League or something, but it's like, well, we're already in Conference League, I guess, because we won the.
I don't think it's
Carabao.
possible, man. Because Chelsea and Forest play each other, and you have Forest beat on goal difference. So even
So
if there's a draw
essentially,
there,
If Newcastle beats Everton, then yes, we're in the Champions League. If we don't and we draw, then we could still get Champions League if Aston Villa beat Man U. So we have like 2 kind of guaranteed.
no, because you
avenues.
still get Champions League if
My guy.
oh
I'm reading.
sixth place doesn't go to Champions League. Sorry,
If we
My bad.
draw versus Everton, or rather, if we lose versus Everton, and Aston Villa lose to Man U, then we go to Europa League. Yeah, there's a kind of crazy flow chart, but the essential thing for us to do is to just win. We win, we're in. That's all you need. It's basically Champions League for us right now.
I mean, y'all it's. I mean, I love that it comes down to a final day. I know you don't, but Forest don't deserve it. They've just absolutely crashed out of UCL, but they can still so easily beat Chelsea, who are so shit. It's that like is like
Cole
not.
Palmer has like the game of his life, scores 5 goals out of nowhere.
I guess. I mean, he's got 2 goals since like February.
Yeah.
One's a penalty against us.
Yeah, he's
When's
been
their Conference League final? Is that next Wednesday?
It's next Wednesday versus Real Betis. So like that's kind of another fun.
Yeah.
Sorry to use this word, Ben. Hate watch. It's another fun little like, oh wow, let's watch Real Betis. Anthony. Let's watch Anthony and I think Ishko also plays there. Like that's kind of be a fun little game.
Here's the stupid way that Newcastle could end up in just Conference League. We would have to lose to Everton by at least 3 more goals than Chelsea lose to Forest.
No chance. That's yes.
Plus, Aston Villa have to beat Man U. Chelsea have to lose the Conference League final.
No, there's no shot. No shot.
Yeah.
I'm rooting on Forest. I want to see Forest get in.
Me too.
Me too.
Their fans deserve it. I guess. I don't know.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Is there a way City can get out of this? Because Fulham's difficult.
I would love for a City to crash into Europa League. That nothing would.
Yeah. I guess if Newcastle wins, they'd be on 69. If Chelsea won, 69. Nice.
No.
Villa won, 69. And City.
Yeah, but City's got like what 28 goal differential, 26.
They could be Europa League.
I don't think they financially operate at a level where they don't have UCL. I think
can just say-
operating at Europa
you
League
can
that's
say
a massive deficit. That's like
you just
I mean,
say, I don't think they financially operate. And I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, they operate with in between the lines, you could say.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Up the top, Steve, Scotland wrapping up.
It's wrapped. I mean, they've already had the trophy ceremony, so
Damn.
game. Yeah, yeah. Season's over. James Forrest is is the most successful Celtic player of all time, having won 26 trophies in I don't know how many seasons, but he scored the game tying goal against St. Mirren this past weekend, which officially, which is I think his first goal of the season this year, which made it that James Forrest has also scored in 16 consecutive seasons, which is also no small feat as well. So, super James Forrest. Jeffrey Schlupp also winning the Scottish Premiership and the English FA Cup, because he played the first half of the season with Palace. So when Palace won the FA Cup, he got a medal on the same day he got the Premiership trophy, which I think is pretty funny. Won 2 trophies on the same day. But the imminent arrival of KT coming in this summer from Arsenal. Excited to see how that will. As a United fan, I never thought I would have a hatred towards Spurs until my son cried today. GG's. We are done for another 6 years minimum. Only youth players and sell everyone. I agree with the 6-year take. I don't
Twisted
think
Fate sounds like a great Halo 3 era gamer tag. I really like that.
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know.
we
I
can
just
hang
got
out anytime.
serious. I don't know. Great Halo 3, Modern Warfare 2 vibes. Yeah. Cheers to you for that username. Excellent.
Yeah, that sucks though. You had to learn. That's life doing life things. From Man United fan and Man United fan, I feel your pain. Wish we weren't getting rid of Garnacho, but it looks like that's going to happen.
Points difference. What is that? Almost. It was 18 points. No,
that's ridiculous. Doesn't count.
17 points. 17 points.
I'm that old.
Yeah, I'm that old.
Nice. So are we.
I'm not. Yo, Johnny Evans is Halo era old.
Dude, he's Sega Dreamcast old.
Yeah, my guy.
You know all the people that are on TV like commentating, like Rio Ferdinand and like all them. Like he was playing with them.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
He should not be there. I mean, he's just kind of staying fit.
Yeah,
it's what happens when you don't play.
Yeah.
I get.
Sorry, Johnny.
So, lads, I have a. Where are they now?
Oh, I had one as well, but I've done it the last couple times.
All right, who's singing?
Okay,
you go. It's Ben, and he never sings. You better do it.
I don't sing.
Where are they now? God, fuck you, Ben.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
audience. Charlotte FC 2-1.
Get to
all right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready to roll. This is one of my all-time favorite transfers, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so I'm just gonna guess it's a Man United transfer. Is it Zlatan Ibrahimovic?
No. And
it was I'm so mad. That's a good guess.
I don't know. Guess. I was feeling cheeky on that one. Is that
good
right?
for you?
Is that all right?
Take your shot.
Okay.
All right. Let's just get some things out of the way here. Is this guy retired?
Retired? Yes, correct.
Okay, they are retired. Okay. Has this player won the Premier League?
Yes.
Okay. So did this player play for Manchester United?
He did.
Okay, so this is sub 2012.
Did this player, before playing for United, play for Leeds?
You cut out there.
Did this player, before playing for Manchester United, play for Leeds?
No.
I had an Eric Cantona feeling.
Were they transferred from another Premier League team?
Yes.
They've won the Premier League.
Yep.
They played
They
for
won the
United.
Champions
Did they win the? But, yeah,
They won the Champions League with Man United.
They definitely won the Champions League. Most likely not with Man United.
So
The
definitely,
crowd says
as in
Close. No.
Cat says
Rooney.
Wayne Rooney.
It's
it's a
not
striker.
Wayne Rooney. It is a striker. 19 caps for Man United.
Ooh, not 19. I was
Ooh,
going to say
this
Robin
is
Van
not
Persie.
this is not a good transfer. This was
Hang on a
not
second.
this was all right. So this is your favorite transfer, but they did not pan out.
No, it is a highly contentious transfer, and I'm sarcastic in it being my favorite transfer.
Oh, okay.
Is this person French?
No.
All right, here comes my. I think I did this one the last time I was guessing. Is this Bebe?
No.
Fuck, I love
You have
guessing him. Is
Alex,
it,
you have it?
Michael Owen.
No.
Ooh,
This
that's a
person
great guess.
most recently in 2024 resigned from the club that he was managing in 2024.
That sounds like Rooney because he resigned from Plymouth Argyle. Oh,
Yeah,
Close.
How? Yeah, close. Yeah. Championship? Did he resign from a championship club?
No.
Okay,
Wrong
all right.
continent.
what other strikers are from that era? You know, there's Berbatov. Okay, is this person European?
No.
Oi, we're getting somewhere now.
Okay, so they have to be.
It can't be Carlos Tevez.
Carlos Tevez.
Oh, Steve, Steven.
Feisty. Carlos Tevez.
Steven is his name.
Most infamous transfer of 2009 to Man City. Essentially, the Argentinian madman himself made big things happen. Recently resigned from Independiente. Yeah. Quite the career, man. 227 goals and 517 caps. Bounced around quite a bit. Was pretty cool to watch play for Man United, and then betrayed Man United, went to Man City. But he went from West Ham to United to City, and then Juventus. Yeah.
So did you
My
say?
next guess was going to be Danny Simpson.
Did you say that he only made 19 appearances or only scored 19 goals? Is that what you
United,
said?
correct.
Which one?
19 goals in 63 appearances.
Like not a great.
I thought he said 19 appearances.
Me too, and I was
my bad.
like,
Sorry about that.
like, and this is like, no,
Steve, you got it right, bro. How you from?
got it right.
That's okay. That's okay.
I will continue to guess Bebe until the
That was the time when
Hey,
just after when West Ham were just producing so much. I mean, who came from West Ham during that time? There's Joe Cole, Frank Lampard, Carlos Tevez, Mascherano came from there. Who else? There's another one that I'm missing as well. There's a lot of players. I think Rio. I think Rio came from there too. Yeah, Rio came from there as well. It was all about the same time too.
What's your fate, dude?
Unfollow.
He was on.
Unfollow. Yeah. You canceled, kid.
I was thinking like Louis Saha when he was like 19.
That's also a really good one. That's a good one.
Louis Saha is probably one of the most underrated players to play at Man United.
Yeah.
Remember when United could get players like that? Like,
yeah.
like
Hey, Alex, just because you got that oil money doesn't mean you be a hater. At City, Tevez had 58 goals in 113 games.
What about West Ham?
Can you those numbers? Can you do the numbers again?
58 goals in 113 appearances at Man City.
It's pretty good.
Average like a goal every other game, basically.
Yeah.
West Ham 19 and 63. I'm sorry, 7 goals in 26 appearances at West Ham. Did a season with West Ham. How do you get 26 caps in 3 years? Was he riding the bench? Was he not prevalent there?
Argentina?
No, over at West Ham.
I don't know. I think he was like not very well known. He came from Boca, I assume, right?
I guess that was his breakout. Cash grab by West Ham, perhaps. Lads, as we get into the final weekend of the Prem, Are we taking the trashy teas one last time before we take this? Take this
I'll
in the
throw.
summer?
We'll throw the die. Throw the die one more
final
time.
Trashy tea.
Oh, what am I guessing on here? What am I
Hold up,
putting?
bud.
Can I get him on the
down?
screen though? I don't have my phone with me.
Absolutely, son.
Thanks, admin.
No
Nice
problem.
one. I hope that catches on. He is admin. He is admin.
The people's champion.
The people's admin.
He's the chairman.
Ooh,
He's
you
the
threw the
supreme chairman.
stadiums in there.
Wow.
All right, so we're kicking off all at the same time, which is the most beautiful time of the year.
Forest
It
beat
really
Chelsea.
is.
You got Bournemouth
Yeah.
and Leicester
a good
through
one,
Wolves and Brentford.
I'm
Definitely
gonna
want Forest beating
go.
Chelsea.
Man, you taking the week off.
I'm actually going to take Man U as my trash take. They have
So,
nothing.
I was
to
gonna do
win,
that too.
Nothing positive to come out of this.
Yeah.
Just to ruin Aston Villa's year.
Seriously. Good evening.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Ipswich over. No, I'm gonna go West Ham over Ipswich. Which
Yeah. We don't need Ed Sheeran partying anymore.
but West Ham are like bad. Like they, if you think about it, they if
So are
God,
Ipswich.
if the relegated teams hadn't been so fucking bad, we
Yeah.
could have seen it Spurs, United, or West Ham get relegated, like or be
Yep.
in major contention for relegation, and they got three teams who were kind of known as Premier League stalwarts. I mean, we were robbed.
Chat. They can take a
We're
break. They
robbed.
can take a break this week though.
Yes, they can. Yeah, they have a small barbecue at Carrington. Is that still happening? Bro, why do they announce that before the fucking? Why do we need to know that? We don't need to know that shit, dude. Freaking modern day media. Everyone knows everything. Why was that leaked to the press? Like, oh yeah, if we win, we're gonna have some hot dogs and hamburgers. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, what a club! I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry.
Steve, where are you going?
I said Forest beating Chelsea.
Forest beating Chelsea.
Tell your friends.
I do like that the FA Cup winner and the league winner are playing on the final day. Liverpool Crystal Palace. It's kind of fun.
That's kind of spicy.
0-0.
Yeah, 0-0 draw. Both two just hungover.
Hungover.
0-0 till own goal in the 40th minute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm going to do Brighton to beat Spurs, so Spurs don't get above 40 points.
Wow, what are they on right now? Like 30.
38.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're in Champions League.
Danny World Class Welbeck's farewell.
Yeah.
Retiring or is he?
He probably should. We'll just say he probably should and go from there. Lads, It's been real. So to recap, we got Man U beating Villa, West Ham over Ipswich, Forest beating Chelsea, Brighton beating Spurs. It's been real. I'm going to go listen to Linus Morissette, cry myself to sleep, and Johnny Evans. Like and subscribe, bro.
Bye.